Hello, 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 hello. What the hell is going on? All right. Um, didn't read yesterday. I think it was. I think yesterday was the day after Nikki update dropped. So I was kind of occupied with that. Didn't really get the time to really read. So I'm gonna try to make up for lost time, but probably not. To be honest, I'm not gonna be, too dishonest with what my stamina is when it comes to reading. I'm pretty much maxed out at 1 hour. I think I could probably do 3 hours if I was not reading out loud. But honestly, reading out loud is probably takes a bit of stamina. Yeah, so we're gonna be reading. Let's see what else is there. I mean, in terms of the weight loss, I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm down like 7 pounds from my peak. What that was a week ago, or I think a month ago. I'm down like 7 pounds, which is pretty decent. I don't know. I think I'm maintaining it, which is what points me to that direction that it's just not all water weight. A lot of it is because a couple of days where I didn't eat anything pretty much. Nowadays I am just not eating much. That's probably due to how I'm yeah, just not eating much. However, I do need to get back on walking. I think I'm skipping like dinner, which is basically what is that like 800 calories, I think that's obviously going to do more. But I really think that if I'm back to 25,000 steps a day instead of 1 to 2 to 3,000, that just changes things dramatically. I don't know how many calories is 23,000 steps extra, but I think over a week, that's a crazy amount, which I'm skipping. So when it comes to that, I'm definitely going to try to, get back on the steps today, probably while I'm playing Nikki. No Thanksgiving for me. I was invited, I had a family Thanksgiving, but I think I'm going to skip that. And I also had a friend's Thanksgiving, but I'm probably going to skip that as well. Not really feeling that, to be honest. Not really feeling it. In terms of, I mean, I was kind of feeling this friend's Thanksgiving. Maybe it was kind of like, everyone brings their own stuff and we all kind of share. But I was like, I don't know if I want to really cook anything big, maybe cook curry, but, I don't know. I would have to go. I'm missing a couple of materials. I think I'm missing fresh coconut milk. I'm kind of missing I'm kind of missing the green curry starter. Missing that as well. So I'm a little bit lazy to make that. Then I gotta and the way I make it, I have a little bit of fried tofu, and I mean that's not too bad. I honestly I have the cornstarch, I have the panko for that, so it's not too crazy to hit that up. But I'm not really feeling it. I need to really sit down and do a lot of cooking right now because I'm missing a lot of greens. I think I'm missing my spinach, my kale. I've been kind of slacking on that, so I need a basic salt and pepper soup that's started with the vegetable soup base. Cook from there. Let's see, what else am I missing here? What else am I talking about here? We have Nikki, we have Uma. Like right now, I don't know how I'm thinking about Uma. I'm just I'm alright with it. I really want to get a Dodo comp going. A Doto dying front. I really like the dying front comps. But I'm just not getting my luck is not hitting when I'm hitting these careers. So we have that for Uma. In terms of work, I did submit. There's a couple of I'm in more projects than I thought I would be. But I'm waiting. I'm in a good spot where I'm waiting for feedback. And I think everybody's on Thanksgiving break. or everyone's, doing their Thanksgiving stuff. I honestly think I work with more Europeans. I don't know if Europeans really celebrate that, but you know, I, so I'm waiting for feedback before I continue again. There's stuff that I can work on without feedback right now, but I don't know. I think I gotta do something about the sleep because I don't know if I don't know if I'm solidified on waking up at 6:30 a.m. or 8 a.m. That's like what I'm struggling with. It's that I don't know where I want to be at. 8 a.m. gives me, that means I go to bed at 12. 6 a.m. means I'm going to bed at 10. But I think socially, I think maybe I go to sleep at 12 a.m. That's where my mind is at right now. But we might swap. I might change the alarm because my alarm is set to 6:30, and so I do really like having more time in the morning. That feels really nice. I do like having more time at night too. So I mean, ideally, it would be nice to just not need sleep. I okay, that's it for that. What else is there to talk about here? So I have the I have the I have not eaten yet. I definitely need to eat, but I definitely need to read too. So while my Vyvanse is like kind of like, it's there still going. I gotta get a couple hours of reading it. Maybe one. Honestly, I want 1:30 ideally, but probably at 1 I'm gonna be cooked. So there's that. I think that's about it for things that I really want to talk about here. Keep it in the journal. So in terms of the story, let's see what we're going on. So I left off at a part that was really hard for me to read. I don't know. I'm not like. I've seen some crazy shit. I've seen like war videos on Reddit. The death videos like that. And they definitely do make me feel a certain way, but it's not like really bad. I think there's a difference when you see videos like that and it's just like, whoa, it's a person you kind of like don't know. But when I read the story and I see Morgana and I know like, hey, I know what she's been through. I know like she's trying her best and she finally feels like she can open up to Mel and like the first time where she feels instead of this like under this outerworldly figure that Mel sees her as like this godly saintly figure, she feels like a normal girl who's just 1 year older than him. They're both teenagers. She's 18, she's 17. She's like, we need to talk. And that's the moment where she gets her arm cut off and she gets entrapped and locked up in top of the tower for weeks until she dies. And then you're reading her screams and her saying like, please help me, what are you doing? That feels a little bit more hard for me to read than like gore videos or whatever, or like even horror movies. Even though there's like no sound, there's no visuals, but honestly, that's probably why it's a little bit more freaky to read it. Because if you're watching a movie and you're seeing the visuals, I think in the back of my mind, I'm thinking of like, oh, it's the fake blood or the way they have it shot in this way and that way. It feels like it's a movie. But when you're reading it, you're reading it like it's happening instead of it's a movie. There's no shot composition. There's no lighting to think about. There's no there's none of that. So I'm reading all of that. And I'm like, damn, that's really hard for me to read. So I had to pop open Rose Matters reading it herself. So I feel like there's another person that's experiencing this crazy shit with me. So there's that. So I'm about to pop back in. I don't think there's really anything else left, anything else to really talk about here. Hopefully I'm not really that rusty. I do feel like I'm ramping up to an hour a day. So I don't know when I plan to really talk to, get a native speaker. Maybe I hop on some apps and, connect to a native speaker there. I don't really know how I'm feeling about that. I honestly, I think having a paid native speaker is a little bit better than, you're going in with the intention of being friends. Because if you're talking to a native speaker and it's paid, it's a little bit more structured. It's a little bit like, we both know what we're there for. So that's what I think I'm planning to do. Because the reason why I would want to speak to a native speaker is just mainly to get the nerves out. Reading out loud gets a lot of the nerves out of like pronunciation and getting into the act of just speaking it. So that's the reason why I'm reading out. But to talk to a native is, you know, now you're not worrying about pronunciation. You're worrying about, how does it come off? Like, am I expressing the right idea? And even though I would say my Japanese is, I would say it's better than my Vietnamese at this point, even though I grew up with it. I think I'm much better at my vocabulary for Japanese is most probably bigger. The type of content I can watch and understand it's bigger, but my confidence is not there. Like in Vietnamese, I feel like I can stumble my way and I can talk, I can say whatever, and I feel like I know what I'm saying. Like I know, even though to be honest, when I went to Vietnam, there were a couple of times where I would ask to buy something, and they would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't like I really cared because I know that if I just continued to speak words, eventually they would understand. But I just don't have that reassurance or confidence that I have, in Japanese. So there's that. Mm. So all that being said, that's good. I think I'm ready to start reading. My hunger is definitely there though. I'm feeling quite a little bit of hungry. I might hit up some cereal and cocoa powder, but I'm also not sure because right now, if I hit the cocoa powder, even though it's 10 to 20 milligrams of caffeine, I think I'm not really gonna be able to sleep. So either I can do that, but I don't know if I want to push my sleep schedule forward and maybe consider 11 p.m. You know, maybe I stay at 12. To be honest, last night I did sleep at 1, which is not good. But another thing too is I've been sleeping 7 hours a night plus, which is crazy, Usually I'm automatically awake within 4 to 5 hours, which makes me wonder why I'm sleeping 7 hours a night. And I wonder if that's because maybe there is a thing that's true to circadian rhythm and when the sun's out and all that jazz. I don't know, because when the sun's down I seem to be able to sleep a lot longer even though I have blackout curtains, and the amount of light that's really entering to my room is very, very low. Like definitely, with the air pipes that are leading into my room from the window ceiling or window fan. I'm definitely getting a little bit of light that's bouncing in from the sun, despite having the super curtains. One thing I will say that is I do dislike saying the same thing over and over again, and it's the thing that I notice when I watch Miso. He's a Path of Exile 2 streamer. And he does repeat himself a lot, so I'm a little bit worried about my communication style that sometimes I might repeat a couple things over and over again. Okay, that's enough. That's enough for the yapping here. Do I have anything else for the journal here to really speak into to a format here that I probably will rewatch, maybe at least one time in the future? All right, that's about it. That's about it. I did really like closing my eyes here and just yapping. Now I feel like a little bit more awake and ready to speak, ready to read. So this is the last scene we've left off on. That's a very bloody scene. That's something I really like to see here. Of course, it takes a while to load. I don't know the reason why. Maybe it has to do with the patch. How long have I been yapping for? Just straight into the mic. 15 minutes. My goodness gracious. Holy shit. Can a man yap any more than that? Anyways. Oh man, I can't even read this out loud, brother. I'm just not gonna read that out loud. Oh man, that's a hard read. It's a hard read. I can't. Wait, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna read this. I'm just gonna skip this. Because Mel, like, after this, he just runs off and he throws the arm into the lake. Like, why did it save at that point, man? I don't want to read that again. Okay, そしたらまるで僕の耳元で風がうなったような音が聞こえた。気づけば彼女の小屋は血まれ、血まみれ、血まみれだった。血まみれだった。こんなことになるなんて思っていなかった。捉えるという意味は僕はその通りしか考えていなくて、あいつがこんな無謀なことするなんて思ってなかったんだ。こんな、その衆情起きるでなんて。I feel a little bit rusty right now. こんな惨状起きるでなんて。腕の失ったモルガナのとっくに倒れ込んで、乗った打ち回っていって、それをあの男が見下ろしていて、剣から血を流れ落ちていて、彼女が絶壁。彼女の説教はとっても人間らしかった。人間らしかった。Barf noises. Okay, I need to stop role playing. Like, I can't. 腕。湖のほとりで。I need to get my wisdom teeth removed too. They need to call me back. 湖で一人で膝をついて僕はずっと追いとしていた。Really? I've never heard this word before.
おうと
していた。Vomiting is that? I thought the word vomiting was吐く。僕の心では This has got to be like some sort of like medical term for vomiting that I have not heard in common parlance. 僕の心では共有できない光景だったんだ。あの男に投げ渡されたモルガナの腕も湖畔に投げてしまった。Am I reading 湖畔 right? 湖畔 Yes. だって人の腕だよ。人の腕なんだよ。欠損した腕なんだよ。それを打ち歩くなんて初期の沙汰じゃない。これは現実じゃなくて悪夢なのだと。そう自分の言う聞かせても手のひらに残る彼女の腕のぬくもりが Oh my god, don't describe it like that. Fuck. That's something that you can never You can never get that in a movie or like a video. Like describing that the fact that the warmth of her arm is still on my arm or still on my palm. Oh, that's just dude, I'm starting to really appreciate the medium of storytelling through, books. I think there's definitely something there that you cannot capture in, film, even with the perfect shot composition or the perfect acting, voice acting, all of that jazz. There's definitely something here. 地の暖かさが僕の現実に引き戻し続ける。あ、頭の整理なんて追いつけない。追いつかない。Nice, I got that word right. 目をつぶったら惨劇がまぶたの裏に浮かび上がりそうで、それもできず、ただただ僕は騒ぎ、that's a hard one. ただただ僕はわめき散らしていた。わめき散らしていた。自分の行ったことが恐ろしくてならなかった。僕は引き金を引いたのだと分かっていた。僕は呼びさえしなければ彼女は腕折り落とされずに済んだのだから、それ認めたくなって、受け入れたくなって、僕のせいじゃない。僕のせいじゃないんだ。だって僕は脅されて、I really I really think Mel was fine. I really think he was I think he did his best now that I've really seen his story. I don't besides like afterwards besides afterwards, like maybe he could have done something. Maybe he could have like, talked to the nun and be like, hey, where we're getting the blood is from an actual person. Um I think there's definitely cowardice after that, but him like being threatened, lo- potentially losing his sister, or leading the man to Morgana. That's a tough one. I mean, that's a like. It's hard to do anything else because I think he would have died if he tried to stop the man, from pointing his sword at his sister. I think he is a now that we understand his story, we understand his perspective. I think he did everything that he could. Besides, after maybe he could have talked to Pauline and maybe they could have sorted. I already said that, but I just wonder how they're gonna be able to really reconcile or make you understand, empathize with Yukimasa or Jacob, because I feel like they're both really bad characters. Did Jacob like was the reason why he wanted the saintess's blood because like was he scared of dying? Like I don't see any other reason why you would want to hunt this poor girl's blood unless it's some sort of greed, which we understood from his past, right? I mean, I could see a way like they could write it like Jacob needed his blood because he wanted to rescue this woman that he was in love with and she was dying and he needed a miracle cure. But the fact that he's like distributing the blood as if it's some sort of like product, that feels really weird to me. I don't know how they could ever save Jacob's character and kind of humanize him beyond the fact that he's like a really bad guy. Or Yukimasa, there I can see a way to humanize him, even though he's like a serial killer who has like zero empathetic bond with any human. Hopefully the mic did not pick that up. So I can see Yukimasa being humanized. I think they did a really good job in chapter 2 where they really explored him wanting to be different. I think that's what makes him a little bit more understandable, is that he feels like that killing urge of his is uncontrollable, even though he wants a peaceful life deep down. That like murderous almost, it's almost like a lust to kill that is out of control for him. So Jacob is I can see him, but Jacob is just still, hard to see, hard to understand. 僕のせいじゃない、僕の悪いんじゃない、僕やったんじゃない、僕は必死に返り血のついた服を漁った。Oh, there's no shit, I read that right. 返り血のついた服を洗った。僕必死で返り血のついた服を洗った。こんな Maybe I'd turn on the paster actually. Let me get that shit on. You're using words that I have not seen for あんな澄み切った綺麗な水だって思っていた。ご飯の表面が薄らったと濁ると。Holy shit. I don't know what it is, but my first day back reading Japanese, I was so quick with it. But right now I just feel so slow. Like I don't understand what's happening. Like in theory I should be getting better every day, but man, what's going on, brother? Let me get the paster on. Maybe that's it. Maybe I need the paster on. Maybe I need to warm up a bit. Boku wa itai. Nani yo? Is my paster on? Boku itai nani yo? 怪我しているのかわからなくなっていた。ようやく血を洗い流した頃には、火も傾き始めていて、鳥の鳴き声が聞こえて、僕はやっと家に置いてきたネリのことを思い出して、家の帰ろうという気になったんだ。でも足元がおぼつかなくて、今は倒れそうでさ。もしもネリがいなくなっていたら、僕はそのまま川にこの身を閉めたのかもしれない。沈めたのかもしれない。お兄様、どうしたの？どこに行ったの？お兄様、ごめん。ごめんなさい。許してください。ごめんなさい。お兄様、そんなつもりじゃなかったんだ。ごめんなさい。どうか許して。ごめんなさい。ネリーの薬が見つからなかったのね。だから、そんな風に泣いてるのね。気にしないでのいいよ、お兄様。ネリーはね、全然大丈夫なんだから。大丈夫なのよ。うん。僕はこのことは忘れようと思った。僕は加減したことを、僕は引き金を引いた実験を、僕は加担したことを、僕は引き金を引いた実験を、けれど、眠り落ちると聞こえてくれるんだよ。モルガナの叫び説教、モルガナの説教がさ、それと一緒に 血まみれ。I just gotta hear it. 血まみれ。
それと一緒に、血まみれの部屋と、僕の両腕に収まる彼女の片腕が、
それ以来、僕の眠りはとっても狭くて、浅くて、熱を意識。Really? We're doing that? 熱が意識がはっきりしていないネリのわからなかったけれど、でも、それ以来僕の眠りはとても浅くて、熱が意識がはっきりしていないネリにはわからなかっただろうけど、ひどい頭をしていたと思うよ。それでも時間が解決してくれることを祈って、僕はもう一度を渡り始めたんだ。ネロの病気は治すために奇跡をすがるんじゃなくてさ、普通にやり方でもう一度何とかしてみようって。でもさ、いつの間にかあんなにやって借金のつき始めって言ったんだ。当たり前なんだけどね。薬買うためにたくさんのお金使ったし、誰が元気だった頃も、節制していたと言えなかったから、節制していたとは言えなかったから、貴族の生活が抜けていなかったんだけど、だから僕はできることがといえば、Holy fuck, my brain fart. 四六時 ?4、6? Why 4, 6? 四六時六時二六十二四十 That's weird. I don't understand why it translates to that. Because 四六時中 means, well, how I read it based on the kanji is 46 hours. 46 hours, but the dictionary is saying around the clock. So why would 46 hours be around the clock? What does that mean? I feel like 24 hours would be more implied, like around the clock, like you're nonstop, you're on it 24 hours. But 46 hours is just like it's just a little bit special, a little bit unique for me to really get. 四六時中ネリのそばにいることくらいだった。僕の絶望感がどんな増していた。このまま本当にネリが死んでしまったら、僕は一人きりだ。その時何より一人になるが怖かった。悪夢の僕らさ、悪夢が僕は蝕んでいて、逃げ道がなくしていく。誰かがそばにいてくれる。Holy shit, I should not be struggling to read that. 誰かがそばにいてくれないと自分を保ってなかった。そして3日くらいに過ぎたあたりだよ。ネリの傍らで僕がじっとしていると、またノック響いたんだ。 誰なんだよ。開けろ。開けろ。蹴破られていた。Oh my god, what the fuck? 蹴破られたいかその予感がしていたんだ。僕のとっても訪れる人物なんて他に思い浮かばなくて。でも、なんでそいつがまた僕の家に来たのかまだわからなかった。もう僕に構わないでくれ。もう僕に構わないでくれ。開けろ。お前たちの関わりたくないんだよ。僕のこと置いておいてくれ。開けろ。やだ。絶対に開けないんだから。わかった。かわすぞ。やめて。妹が寝ているんだよ。やめてよ。そういうのは開けろ。何の用事だよ。僕がやることがやっただろ。お前は魔女の腕どうしたんだ？腕なんて捨てたよ。だってあんなもの持ってられるわけじゃないんだか？人の腕なのか？お兄様どうしたの？誰が？お客さん？ネリ。お客さんならお茶を出せないと。Oh, Nelly is so sweet. いいんだ、ネリ。お前は寝てるんだ。外に出てくれないかな。ここで話はしたくない。俺は構わん。I like my voice for him at least. 妹だったのか。道理でよく似てるんと思ったよ。お前に関係はないんだろ？お前の妹の治療のために奇跡の血を欲したのだろう。それなのに腕の捨てたか。それなのに腕を捨てたか。奇跡の血が欲しくないの。奇跡の血が欲しくないか。なんだって。魔女の血が薬にし、評価に売る。教会が商売する気なのか？いや、配布と言った方が正しいんだろうな。Oh, so they're not selling, he's just distributing. Okay, I can see a way to sell Jacob. I can see a way that you can maybe make me empathize with his character a bit. If he's not like selling it for profit, he's like distributing the blood that he's stolen from a poor girl he's locked up on the top of a tower. But it is what it is. しかし、寄付がやるのだから、売るという言葉でも間違いはいないんだろう。It's not 寄付？寄付。しかし寄付を得るのだから、売るという言葉でも間違いはいないんだろう。間違いはないんだろう。OK。Okay. He's like, okay, I get it. Okay, no, I cannot. Jacob, I cannot see him being a villain who is just pure evil. I cannot see it. I cannot see him anything but that. If they somehow, I don't know. There's no way he's anything but an evil villain. like, oh, we're accepting donations for the blood, and we're not. Of course, I guess it can be called selling it. 俺のこの国の人間ではない。だから、俺の目に商売しか見えないが、お前たちは施しとして得るのだろう。映るのだろう。俺の国の人間ではないだから、俺の目に商売しか見えないが、お前たちには施しとして映るのだろう。お前がこの剣に手を貸せば薬を渡すと漁師が言ってる。お前のこの剣に手を貸せば薬を渡すと漁師が言ってる。漁師、なんで漁師が。さあな、いい商売なんだろうさ。俺にはわからん。どうする？手を貸すか。手を貸すか。まだ僕のまた僕に悪事に加減しろって。加担しろって。そのこと僕はそれ以上は。一つ言い忘れていったけどな。今度選択肢がないんだ。奇跡の地を目当たりしたやつを放置しておくわけいかんのだ。奇跡の地を目当たりにしたやつは放置しておくわけにはいかんのだ。お前が断ったらその場を殺しても構わんと漁師から命を受けている。なんで、どうする？手を貸すか。死ぬか。この時、僕はどうするのが正解だったんだろう。歯向かって死ぬべきだったのか。逃げ出すべきだったのか。あるいは被害を選ぶべきだったのか。自害を選ぶべきだったのか。もう分かっただろう。僕はちぼっけで弱虫なやつだったんだ。僕はちぼっけて弱虫なやつだったんだ。だから行動なんて起こせるわけがなかったんだ。僕言われたまま漁師がやったよ。そしてこの館の話を聞かされて一本の鍵を打ち一つの手を渡された。何でも捨ててしまいたいと思ったけど、この男のことを思い出したらできるわけがなかった。次はモルガナのように祈り捨てられるのは僕なのかもしれないって思ったら、次のモルガナのように切り捨てられるのは僕のかもしれないって思ったら、とってもじゃないけど逆らえなかったよ。これが半年前の出来事だ。それから毎日。Dude, they have her locked up for 6 months? Oh my god, bro. Can you even survive like that? As a human? I mean, I guess they do it to like animals and stuff. I wonder, like, would you just lose your mind being locked up in a tower for 6 months, getting your blood milked over and over? That is just, I don't even know anymore. I mean, I guess. それから毎日、朝と夜にモルガラの食事を運んで、彼女は何を言わないんだけど、目がこう続けているんだよ。どうしてあんな仕事したんだって、その視線が恐ろしくて、それ以来一度も目を合わせていない。それ以来一度も目を合わせていないんだ。Bro, that's so heartbreaking, man. 彼が僕がここにいるようさ。彼は落とされていたんです。決してモルガナを陥れつもりじゃなかった。陥れるつもりじゃなかった。しかし、そうだとしても、だからいたんだ。幻滅するって。すぐむせばいいんじゃないか。僕のこともダメなやつだって、卑怯だった、ひどいって、誰にも避けられなかった僕を避めば、避けすめばいいんだろう。でも、お兄様は落とされてしまったんだよしょ。ネリを勝手に取られて、その人の落とされて、ネリを盾に取られて、その人を落とされて、だから今こんなことになってって、だからお兄様は悪くなんてないんじゃない？悪いのはその人よ。お兄様に言わないわ。だって仕方なかったんだもの。そうでしょ？ひどいのその人よ。ネリー。お兄様は何にも悪くないわ。そうだよね。そうですよね。僕が悪 Holy shit. 僕が悪かったわけじゃない。仕方なかったんだ。You know what's crazy is I feel like I've been not able to speak to you in English. I feel like I've been slurring my words a bit in English as well. Maybe it has to do with the food. Trump signs executive order to crack down on flag burning. What the fuck? First Amendment. Come on, brother. What am I looking at in this news?違う、それは目にそこでいるわ。目に背けているんだけど、自分の方法に逃げてならない。自分の甘い方向に逃げてはならない。だってじゃあどうすりゃよかったんだ？そう、お兄様ひどいこと言わないで。お前は本当に火はなかったのか？たとえどうしようもない状況だったとしても、お前はWhat? お前はあがこうとしたことがあるのか？ How long have I been reading for? 50 minutes? I want a break. I need a food break. I might take a food break and play Nikki for a bit. I'll turn this off for now. Let's get a Nikki break in. I am a little bit hungry. I don't know what I want to eat. I have pea soup, like split peas. But I want to make. I want to spend some time to actually make like a decent meal. I'm just gonna have like a snack and then I'll probably have some cereal. Out of potatoes. Dude, another fucking patch? I mean, given the bugs, I hope that hopefully they're patching all this shit. My bitrate is absolutely like dog. We gotta do something about that. I think I dropped the bitrate because I was lagging or something. Let's put it back at like 8K bitrate. Okay, hopefully it's better now. I am streaming. I mean, mm, the intro isn't really much to talk about either. It's kind of ugly, or it's kind of like low res. I don't. I wonder why the bitrate's so low in the intro because I feel like why wouldn't they just pre-render everything and just have an MP3 or MP4 be playing? And am I loading shaders again, brother? Who's streaming right now? So I have at least something to watch here. And Nell is streaming. He's playing Isaac. I'll I'll mute it so I can listen to it. Oh, someone friended me from a book. Okay, how long do I have to wait for this shit? 3 minutes. All right. Let me go get some fucking food, brother. Bro is fucking skinnier than a skeleton. Oh my god, I got 8 and 2. Let's go. Okay, how's my frames? Does this look right? I need like more bitrate or something. This shit's ugly as hell. Oh my god. Am I streaming in 1080p? Oh, I'm fucking outscaling. My outscale is fucking 1280. Holy shit, no wonder it's ass, man. I don't have 1080p. Whatever. I'm gonna eat. All right, I'm cooking right now. I got a lot of Yo, can this shit fall down, brother? How about hit with this? Boom. Yes, queen. Holy shit, that felt nice to pick it all up like that. All right, it did not feel nice to press fucking E. God damn it, man. Can I pick that up? Do I care? Does a brother like me care about that shit? Nah. Nah. We're sending a message and we're taking a photo with the bottle. I swear I'm mentally at right now. Right now, my I have it in a cast iron pan, and I'm just leaving that motherfucker to heat up. Then I'm gonna rock it with like maybe some couple of chili peppers, maybe a little bit of a lime in it. I need a fucking crazy picture. Yo, look at how pretty this picture is. My God. I need to spend energy. Collect 5 plants, spend energy. Okay. We go to Wishful. We don't want to go to eat Pizza Land. I got cereal here with I thought I wouldn't want the caffeine, but I mean I succumbed to my cocoa powder is starting to smell weird. Like I'm smelling it and it smells fine, but I wonder if it can go bad because it's a really dry product. So I really don't think it has the moisture capable of, you know, of um of holding that type of bacteria that's like fucking me up on the inside. Yo, can we just do the dailies, brother? All right, now I gotta hit this. I gotta hit this. Gotta hit L. I gotta hit this. Do some work to get rump challenge. Then there's nothing really here that's new or interesting. I'm coming down. We have a bunch of these things here, which oh my brother, man, you're telling me I have to do this shit again? Then I have a lot of this shit that I can't even quick challenge this, bro. I know I gotta hit the sexy. So I'm just hit this real quick. Hopefully it's not too long. My food is out here in the back, like it's cooking. So I gotta just kill this real quick. Hit that with the fucking ult. They call me Enigma from Dota 2. 11 seconds? Max that out. 320. Get 120. Perfect. Now I'm exiting. Now I gotta go collect a couple of plants. And then what I'm gonna do is I might spend. I don't know, really. My FPS feels really bad. Please be done. All right, now I'm done. Now I got my dailies done. I hit these two. I'm saving. There's 2 weekly realm challenges. Oh my brother, what are we talking about, man? Okay, we'll hit that real quick here. Oh no, but I can't do this. It's too hard. Oh, they forced me to do it with this? Yo, I CBA. I actually CBA right now. Yeah, CBA. Let's exit this again. All right. Fata Morgana. Let's turn it on, baby. Please turn off Nikki. I cannot right now. We're turning that off. I need to get my reading in. I spent 18 minutes cooking.
Trickshot Sim, well, like Sisyphus made the dough. Trickshot Sim baked it.
I'm watching NL right now.
Another game to make it set on the windowsill.
Okay.
And have the smell.
I guess Nikki's not closing, so I have to force close her. How have they not fixed this bug in like 3 years, man? How is it that hard? Like, it's so noticeable if you just play the game.
Hits, man, yes.
I need to turn on display fusion.
You could play baby steps.
7th
like
layer.
Sisyphus. You don't get it. Do you understand the innate humor of the sentence?
Okay, I don't know how long it's gonna take for the food to cook, but it's on the cast iron stove, so hopefully it doesn't fucking kill me. So let's turn off the music. Let's turn off NL. I can't believe he's streaming while all this jazz is happening. All right, let's wait for this thing to load. And now I can have something to eat, so I'm not wanting to die. You know, I understand where Michelle's coming from. You know, I understand Mel too, but I understand Michelle. It's like, I know it's a hopeless situation, but you never once did even try to make it better. You never even once like thought of something or try to think about something to help her. I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't think Mel could have done anything really. Like, you know, I think it was that hopeless, but I think it's just, yeah, I don't know. 彼女の家前で言葉を考えられなかったのか? "せめて少しでも危険をほのめかすような言葉を。だって扉の開いた時、お前のことどうして言ったた、お前はどうしていたんだ。その男を少しでも止めようとしたのか。だって足がすくんで動けなかったんだ。あんなのに立ち向かったのか無理だろ。それならせめて逃げ出すべきじゃなかった。彼女はそこに真実を告げ、共謀は許容ではなかったのだと。Yeah, that's also true, right? Like, at least when you're giving her food and you guys are alone on the tower, like, at least tell her, like, what happened. Like, there's definitely fault in Mel. Like, he's definitely, I mean, he's dealt like one of the worst hands possible. Well, not as worse as Morgana, but he could have at least told her like what happened, because she took that to her death. Like she took that betrayal, you know, quite literally to her death, and like cursed him for many generations after. So そのその一言を言うだけど彼女の心の傷口は広がらなかったのかもしれない。Oh, I feel a lot better after eating. だってあの場にはあいつが言って無理だと収まるなんて止まるなんて。それにマルヤナは僕の言葉なんかお前の信用したから扉を開いたんだろ。あ、彼女は分かりにかったかもしれないが、お前が心を開いていたんだ。それなのに、やめてよ。ねえ、お兄様はそれ以上責めないで。お兄様はまだが分かるわけじゃないわ。お兄様はむしろ被害者よ。だってネリーを守ろうとしたから。ネリー、お前なぜ気づかない。話聞いていたんだろ。メルが一番守りたかったのはお前じゃない。自分自身だ。でも、あんな状況になって勇気を振りまえるわけないんじゃないか。自分を守ろうとして何が悪いんだよ。僕じゃどうしようもないことだったんだよ。だったらお前が僕の立場になってみろよ。それだけ恐ろしいが、どれだけ無理なことをわかるだろうさ。他人はいいよね。他人はいいよね。他人いいやの。What the fuck? 他人はいいよな。そうやって好きに勝手に言えるんだから、書類だって言いたい兄弟さ。あの時僕はどれほど惜しかったのか、どれほど思いだったのか。他人のためにこの身で犠牲にできたら、そりゃ、勇敢だろうさ。けれど、現実そんな奴なんかいないんだよ。そんなじっとわからないで、理想にばっかり押し付ける。お前欲しいのは、憐憫なのか？ Is that how you say it?
お前が欲しいのは憐憫なのか？
憐憫なのか？それだけなのか？かわいそうだと、かわいそうだと哀れんでやれば気が済むのか？僕は どうすればいいのか聞きたいんじゃないのか。今更何をどうしたらいいんだよ。僕は何をした頃で彼女の境遇は変わらないんだ。彼女の腕はならない。けれどまだ終わっていない。終わってはない。しっかり目を開いて、冷静に自分を見つめ直せ。自分のできることを考えろ。もう遅いと言って逃げ出すのはやめるんだ。お前は決断すれば今からでも変えられるものがある。お前のことは特別にひどい人間であるとか、臆病であるとは思わない。Is that 臆病？卑怯。Okay, 卑怯、臆病。I mean, it's the same fucking word. お前のことは特別にひどい人間であるとか、卑怯であるとか思わない。普通の人間だと思う。立ち向かえというにはひどいな状況のかもしれない。けれど、いつかに決断の時が訪れる。責任を負わなければいけない瞬間が来る。予感、欲求がでいい時期は気づかないうちに過ぎ去っている。子供 What the fuck? I read this. 欲求 It's 子供 Okay, 子供でいい時期は気づかないうちに過ぎ去っている。自分の責任の目の当たりにしたときにお前の逃げ出すのではなく、背負わなければならなかった。Oh my god, okay. I have 20 minutes to finish a movie with my friend. So I probably will do that. I think I got an hour of reading in. I knew I wanted an hour 30, but I could not get an hour